Hey, also, just a few quick announcements before this video starts. I just want to apologize for the lack of uploads. Over the Christmas break, I was trying my absolute hardest to get Radiant, and unfortunately, I did fail. I peaked like Immortal 3, one game off of Radiant, and then just fell all the way down from there. So I am going to try to hit it again this act, and I just completely forgot to upload while I was grinding. And on top of that, after the Christmas break, school has just been slimming me a lot, so I gotta really lock in. I don't really have time to, play and record during the week. So to make up for some lost time, I'm gonna give you guys two videos this weekend, this one and one tomorrow. And then from there, I'm just gonna be back to one video a week for the foreseeable future. Again, I'm sorry for any delays, but that's it. See y'all in the video. So the topic of today's video is going to be covering how to actually make your practice pay off. This video was actually recommended to me by one of my viewers, and I think it is something really important to discuss because you don't want to be what's called a deathmatch demon and just only be good in practice game modes, and then all of a sudden you're going triple negative in rank. Your death matches should be used to apply like what you're practicing into your ranked games. And so the first thing I'm just going to cover is like one of the main reasons for why you do so good in deathmatch, and then all of a sudden you play comp and you just play bad. So the first thing is that it's just like a mental thing, and there's really two aspects to it. Is one, when you're practicing, for the most time, if you're not like consciously thinking about practicing, you just pretty much brain off just running around and killing enemies. That does nothing for you. And then so when you get into ranked, obviously, you're using your brain and coordinating with your team and all that stuff, and you can't aim because you're thinking about other things. And when you're practicing, you don't have to think about anything else other than just turning your brain off and shooting people. So it obviously makes your aim worse. So the solution to that issue is that like take specific time. I know I've said this before, but take specific time out of like your day where you're literally only practicing, only playing team deathmatch, only in the range, giving 100% of your mental focus to that, and not queuing comp afterwards. Take like an hour, 30-minute break between your practicing and then queuing, because then you'll actually be able to focus on your practicing, be mentally conscious of your aim and your shots, practicing being calm while you aim. That will get you so much farther than just being brainless in team deathmatch and just running around shooting people. Make sure you're using your head when you're practicing, so that you can actually, aim in the game when you're thinking about other stuff. And the other thing is, again, that you are overthinking. You're thinking about other things other than your gunfight. So, like, if your mind's racing, you're thinking about everything but a gunfight. When the gunfight happens, you're not going to be ready for it. So, what you usually see in, like, really good players' gameplay, and even my gameplay if you pop out on my Twitch, link in the description, that I'll be commenting to my teammates. If I'm getting ready to take a fight, I'm silent. I am silent. If I'm talking, most of the time I do die, or I'm just better than the enemy and I just kill him anyway. Most of the time, if I'm getting ready to take a fight, I go silent. I'm fully locked in on that fight. That's what we kind of have to do, is just make that mental switch into I'm gonna call it gameplay mode and fight mode. That you can't use your brain when you're taking a fight, and you can't use your aim when you're trying to strategize. It's two go hand in hand, and you have to be able to flip-flop between both. Now, the next reason for why your practice isn't applying into your games is because you're not optimizing your practice, and you're just kind of, again, mindlessly doing drill. In order to, get more out of the time you spend practicing, you have to set a goal on what you want to get better at. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to practice my aim and get better aim. No, you have to be specific. Like, for example, I want to get better at holding angles. I want to get better at aiming without using focus mode. I want to get better at flicking between targets. I want to get better at my crosshair placement. You have to have something specific in mind when you go into the practice game mode that you can focus on, which again ties back to the first point of being able to focus. You have to have something in mind that you can focus on, so that you actually have like a destination to go when you're practicing. If you're just practicing aimlessly, you're not going to get anywhere. But if you have a goal that you can actively work towards, or something you can get better at, that will make your practice way more efficient. And honestly, you might even be a person that once that switch happens, you just need way less practice. Like, you don't need to practice as much as you were, simply because now that you have a destination, you can actually move towards it instead of just wasting time. Like, you don't want to waste time doing hours of team deathmatch to practice. You want to be able to make your practice efficient and actually work. One more quick tip is that when you do queue into practice demos that aren't arranged, like that are against other players, don't try to win. You have to actually do the exact opposite of even trying to win. Like, focus on winning each individual gunfight instead of winning the match. I see it like all too often when like I'm playing with my TDM with my friends or something, and they're just so focused on winning the TDM that like the warm up almost does nothing for them. Now, if you're a good player and you're just dropping 40 bombs in TDM, of course you're going to win most of the time. But winning should not be your main goal when you're practicing. Your main goal when you're practicing should be to get better at the game. Because winning really matters in ranked when you are trying to gain that sweet, sweet, succulent RR. Not in a team deathmatch that is worth nothing, that you'll probably forget about in like 3 days. So, really, again, just focus. Like, everything in practice ties back to, your focus, having a goal and just being mentally present. Focus, again, just on improving, not on winning. And again, your practice will get way more efficient. The last quick thing that could be a reason why you're struggling in actual matches versus practice is ranked anxiety. I'm going to make a video in the future just going more in depth about ranked anxiety, but simply put, for right now, when you get performance anxiety, you play more scared and panicky, which will lead to, like panic shooting, crouch spraying, and just not taking very good gunfights, which reflects in you thinking your practice isn't working, when in reality it's just your mindset. Because TDM and deathmatch are way less stressful compared to, playing a ranked game and risking your rank, and, risking losing matches and losing RR. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. This really helps this channel grow. If you want to interact with me, get coached by me, or just hang out with other people who like to play console Valorant, my Discord is linked in the description. If you do get coached by me, just submit a VOD of your ranked game into the coaching request channel, and I will review it and give you some notes, all free. Other than that, I stream on Twitch Friday and Saturday evenings. And that's all. See ya.
I'm getting it. I don't care, bro. Let me ace. Yeah!